Hello, and welcome to Learning with Lee, where we discuss nature and wildlife on Kiowa Island. I'm your host, Lee Bundrick, Land Preservation Coordinator for the Kiowa Conservancy. Today we are exploring Rhett's Bluff Nature Area, a preserved land owned by the Kiowa Island Community Association and held under a conservation easement by the Kiowa Conservancy. This 2.78 acre tract contains one of the few freshwater wetlands that can be found on Kiowa Island.
The nature area is located in the center of the Rhett's Bluff neighborhood, due west of the boat landing. It is accessible by foot and includes a boardwalk that crosses over the natural wetland. The wetland in this area is considered an ephemeral forested wetland, temporarily holding water during the wet seasons and following rain events. During periods of drought in the summer where rainfall is less frequent, these wetlands are dry, exposing hydrophytic and facultative wetland plants. Along the borders, you'll find shrubs and trees that are acclimated to these changing conditions as well. When the wetland holds water for a while, you'll be able to find a variety of wetland plants in the area. Dotted smartweed or Polygonum punctatum can be found throughout the inundated areas and can be identified by the small white collection of flowers at the end of their stems. The seeds and foliage of the plant is heavily browsed by a wide variety of waterfowl and small mammals. It also provides habitat for invertebrates, which rely on the decaying parts of the plants which produce detritus. Rushes and sedges are also found here. On these 3 squares is sedge that can be found growing along the shallow water shelves. It appears as narrow, erect leaf blades with a reddish-brown inflorescence that grows towards the end of their blades. The plant is an important food source for ducks, geese, rails, and wetland songbirds which inhabit wetlands. It provides suitable habitat for many species, including the black duck, mallard, bufflehead, and green-winged teal, among the many others. A variety of herpetofauna utilize the habitat found in this area. Southern black racer snakes are commonly found here, especially within the shrubby layers and on tree limbs. Other reptiles include the skinks and the green anoles. Most notably, after a rainstorm, you can hear one of the loudest residents in this area, the squirrel tree frog. The invertebrates they predate are supported by the detritus produced by the dead plants materials that accumulate on the soil surface. Small mammals, including the hispid cotton mice and marsh rats, feed on the leaves, stems, and root system of the wetland plants here. These mammals fuel the food chain, ultimately supporting the raptor and bobcat populations on Kiowa Island. Occasionally, hurricanes that pass over Kiowa can inundate these wetlands when high tides and surges overlap each other. While salts accumulate during these events, they are flushed out through the groundwater over time, which is facilitated by a series of rainfall events that follow. It is important to preserve these freshwater wetlands so that the ecosystem functions here can continue to support the variety of wildlife communities on the island. These functions also play a significant role in maintaining a healthy environment for residents and visitors alike to live in. Thank you for joining us today as we explore Rhett's Bluff Nature Area. Join us again next time for another episode of Learning with Lee.